Today we're going on a tour to the underground village in Icht. We think some people may still live there, but have been told it's mostly abandoned. Unusually for us, we've got a guide today and Abdullah is going to show us around. It's about a half a kilometre's walk to get there from the campsite and we've no idea what to expect. So across the scrubland, it's about a half a kilometre walk. Look at the mountains. The village of Icht has around 1,200 residents and its main income comes from agriculture and animal husbandry. Here their main crops are carrots, onions, dates and wheat. This is the entrance to the old village. Most people have now moved to the new village, however 5 or 6 families still live here. When it's very hot in the summer, many people move back to the old village as it's a lot cooler. The buildings here are constructed very simply from palm wood, mud and straw. Unlike the London Underground, you have to mind your head, mind your head. You can feel it getting cooler, can't you?
Yeah.
Some decoration papers.
Oh yeah.
So we're now going into the old mosque. It's no longer in use. The room to the right is used for ablutions and washing, and upstairs here is where they used to pray. Quite steep old stairs as well. Oh my goodness.
We are in the prayer area and it is called the Mihrab. This is the Imam's square and it is still towards Mecca, towards the east. In each day we have 5 prayers. Before the prayer we must do the ablutions, we must wash the hands at the mouth, the nose, the face, the head, the ears and the feet after we can do the prayer, and it is better to go to the mosque to pray in a group if we are not busy, but if we have things to do we can pray at home from our work, in the house, even in the street, but these are not things to do. See, it's better to go to the mosque because if we pray in the mosque we gain 27 points. If we pray ourselves we just have 1 point, and the point for us is the bonus. When we do good things we gain good points. If we do things that are not normal we lose good points and we gain bad points, and it is God who notes the points when we bite. If you have more good points than the bad points you always have the chance to go to heaven, so you must always try to do good in your life to have the good point. For the wedding it costs us a lot because we have to invite everyone here. So imagine 1,200 residents in your house for 3 days. There is a day for men, a day for women and a day for girls. After that, in certain areas you have to show people wear a white dress to find out if the girl is a virgin or not. Because from a religious point of view, it is not good for a girl not to be a virgin before marriage. If it becomes clear to the husband that his wife is not a virgin, the marriage is annulled and then divorced immediately. Sexual relations outside marriage in Morocco are religiously prohibited and punishable by law. For example, if you go with a girl to a hotel, they will ask us for a marriage certificate at the reception. If we don't have marriage certificate, we are not allowed to rent a room. We need 2 separate rooms. And in Morocco, it's a boy and a girl, they have a sexual relationship and the girl is pregnant, or the neighbors tell the police they are going to go to prison because it is punished by the state.
Wow, imagine that happening in the UK. This is the new mosque in the village. The house to the right is the Imam's house. The door to the left of the two there is for the women's entrance, and the door here is for the men. Looks like the newest, smartest building in the village. So, mind your head. That is a proper low one. Oh my goodness. Yep, I've got to walk with a stoop, as does Claire. These two little shorties in French.
Hang on, sorry, I need a picture of that. Maybe I'll have to go.
That will be on Claire's Doors of My Travels, or whatever she's got on Instagram.
Doors and windows of my travels.
Oh, there you go. I don't even look at that because it's boring, but Claire loves it, so I'll put the link below. Go and have a look at her doors. The bit that gets me is there doesn't seem to be a single girder piece of metal anywhere. These walls are just held up. Everything's just held up with walls. Kind of nothing. Oh, into another room. Got carpet here. To a house. Mind my finger, sorry. Ah. Oh. This is nice. Nice and cool in here. This looks like it's being refurbished actually. Very, very smart. Natural light from the top.
We are here in my grandfather's old house. It is a living room where the family can sit, eat, drink tea and chat, and always in the house. There is always a designated place in the middle of the house to have lighting because the windows can not be left open. There are neighbours everywhere and the only solution is to have lighting in the middle of the house to provide some light. The main principle of riads in Morocco.
In old Moroccan houses, the first floor is for the first wife and her children. The second floor is for the second wife and her children. The women cook together in the kitchen and everybody shares the family space on the ground floor. So here we are up on the first floor now. There's the courtyard below us and the lights above. Now heading up to the second floor. So the women share the cooking. They live on a floor each with their own children. Perfect way of doing it, other than the two mother-in-laws. Mind you, my mother-in-law, two of those would be okay. Just not everybody's as lucky. So Claire just said to me, oh, I prefer this second floor. I did say to her, well, you are the second wife. Right, another floor up to the roof garden. Or, to the right. A kitchen. Ah.
It's a bit snug. Il y a une cheminée là. Deux cheminées.
And the ovens. Tiny little ovens. Put wood in there. Cooking pot there. And a fab view out.
Yeah. Hot.
Well, I've certainly cooked in some small kitchens in my life, but not this small. This is Diddy. I'd love a little balcony like this, I've got to say. You can see from here. See out for miles. Isn't that fantastic? The guy just said there's lots and lots of derelict houses here. Nobody's doing any maintenance and there's no help from the state to do it. So you've just got to do it yourself here. It's definitely not the Western world where the governments pay for everything, is it? Maybe we get it too easy. Actually, if we turn the light off, you'll see how actually quite dark it is. Look at that. So it is pretty dark. It's not really built as an underground city, but it's been built to look like an underground city. Everything is so close together. They look like caves and tunnels, but above ground. And because there's no windows on the sides of the building, because they're all together, the windows are up there. So each building, each house has its own shaft of light, and then you walk around that courtyard. Back out into the light and to the new mosque. So this here is the main gate to the village, and where people, if they have problems, they come here and they sit around this square discussing their problems with the village elders.
There's sections of new building going on, so some of it's being restored, repurposed and integrating it. You can see a brand new building going up there. We even saw an aircon unit. So some of it is very derelict, some of it is being used still.
I think you said there's 4 or 5 families still living in that section, the old section, but only 4 or 5. Water for the village arrives here from the interior of the Anti-Atlas mountain range through a network of man-made tunnels, and everybody in the village has a right to water their land. Water reaches every corner of the village through these tiny waterways. So normally after the tour, Abdullah takes us to his house for a cup of tea. But obviously now it's Ramadan, he can't. His granddad went to Saint Etienne in France to work in the coal mine back in the 1940s and came home a few years later, died 2004. So he's now the man of the house, looking after wife and 5 kids and his mother. Only one mother-in-law, only one wife, thankfully, he said. Lovely little tour, very, very interesting to see it all. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, it's really important to us. Give us a thumbs up and join us next week as we head north to Taff Route.